This is a description of the library class. So first the header file. The library class has one private attribute. It's a vector with book pointers and some public functions. Let's look at them. So the first function, add book, it asks the user to enter a title, and then that string is put into a variable called input title. The user is asked to enter an author, and the input is saved to a string. Then the function pushback is used. So a new book is created using the constructor of the book with the title, author, and default to true. Then we have a function for deleting books. So it simply loops through the library, all the books, and deletes them. And we have a function for viewing books. So it first prints the available books are, and then it loops through all the books. And if the book is available according to the check availability function, then the function, the book function display details is called for that book. Then we have a function for lending a book. So we store the input from a user about the title of the book in a string called lend title. And we set a Boolean variable to false called that the book exists to remember if the book exists or not, because then we loop through all the books and we use the get title function of the book and compare it with the title that the user inputted. And in that case, the book existed. Its book exists is set to true. Then we have to check if the book is available or not. So if the book is not available, using the check availability function, we print that the book is not available. Otherwise, this book is assigned to the variable book to lend or a pointer to it. And then we use the member function lendBook on that book pointer. And we also print out to the user that the book was borrowed. Now, if the book didn't exist at all, we print out to the user that no such book exists. Next, we have return book. We ask the user what book to return, and the name is stored in return title. And if the book, we have a variable for remembering if the book exists or not, called book exists. Then there's a loop over all the books, and if that book has a title that matches the one from the user, the book exists variable is set to true. And we check if the book is available or not. If it is already available, then we print out to the user, well, the book is already returned. Otherwise, book pointer, book to returned, is set to the loop variable. And we use the return book member function of the book. And we print out the title of the book that was returned. Now, if the book didn't exist, we print out to the user that it didn't exist. Next, we have a function to write the library to a file, and we use comma-separated file for that. So we create an off-stream to read the file the books to write to the file. And first thing, we had a header in the file, so we print title, comma author, comma available, and then a new line. We move on to the next line. Then we loop through all the books in the library, and we use the member functions to get title, author, and availability. Availability is a Boolean, so we see if it was 0 or if it was 1, then the string 1 is printed, otherwise the string 0 is printed. And then we write to this file title, comma, author, comma, and the string available, and a new line sign. Then we have a function for reading from the file. So we create an if stream called library file from this CSV file. If the library file was possible to open, we create a string called read lines, and we read from library file into this read files using the getLine function. And then while it's possible to continue reading lines, we find the 2 commas and store the position of them as a size t object for the first comma and second comma. Then the title is given from 0 in the read lines string, position 0 with the length of the first comma. The author is then started at the next position, first comma plus 1, and it has the length second comma minus first comma minus 1. And the available string is then from the second comma plus 1 to the end of the line. Then we create a Boolean variable. So if the available string was 1, the Boolean variable available is set to true, otherwise it sets to false. And we create a new book with title, author, and available, and we use the pushback function to add them there. And then we close the file and also remove the books .csv, because we will create a new one when we exit the program. And if we couldn't open this file, for instance, the first time this program is run, then we print out to the user that the file was not read.